Hey, welcome everybody to Battle Pirates Crib. We're going to talk about the new TLC that dropped today, which is quite helpful. And VXP weekend, if anybody's doing it. And I put the link in the right-hand side in case anybody'd like to join. And I don't know. I'll introduce everybody. Lady Cat.
Hello.
Magic Mike.
Happy VXP, everybody.
And Kenny.
Hello.
And all right, well, let's get started. And feel free to join up, everybody, if you'd like to. Link's right there. And let's skip over to the calendar. Yeah, we're done with that. Okay. Right now, we're VXP weekend and the surprise TLC. And 3-week cycle. Let's click the next one.
Repair time cut down.
Yeah, we're in quarter repair reduction. That was 75% repair time. And welcome, KB. We'll go over this one more time. I think I talked to Julie. She understands there's some room for improvement on this, but basically that right now we are in March VXP, so we're supposed to have the Punishers available.
And how are you?
Oh, pretty good. And next week's Punishers and Dragoons for the Tier 9 Siege TLC, which we're going to learn is the new TLC that we got, Judgment Day, that we got that's limited just from today until Monday at 3 p.m. Pacific time. And, so that's the way to read it. I think they unlocked it and let it drop. So they got to keep this kind of stuff. If it's a 2-month calendar, they might want to leave it locked up there so people can see it for all 2 weeks and not have to, either watch the show or randomly search the forums. So. Any thoughts on this, anybody?
Yeah, I think we can sort of take this information and create a calendar like we're used to seeing.
Well, I think she's going to put dates next to it. At least that's what I'm hoping, because that's, first week of March, second week of March, third week of March, fourth week of March.
Right.
Yada for April. So it's...
Yeah, the dates at the top would be very helpful.
Yeah, just so people know what they are. Because it's not, it's not intuitive, I guess, for everybody. So I guess let's click it again. All right, the reason to do Judgment Day. For everybody, a lot of people only had 200K dock weight, so they may not have been completely finished with their Punishers. So you have the ability to get 1, 2, 3, 5, 8 Punisher build tokens and 5 upgrade tokens for your back ships, not for your flag. And if you still need the rest of this stuff, you probably didn't do that well on the raid. So, and this one is tricky because they recommend people to use Punishers. Right now, I think Kenny is doing it with his Punishers. I have not seen anybody else.
I did. Prize pack 1 cost me almost 2 hours because they're too slow.
Too slow, and they don't have any countermeasures.
Correct.
Hey, TSM. Yeah.
Hey, mate, how you doing?
Oh, okay. How are things going over there?
In what context?
I don't know. I left it wide open.
You pick
it.
Things are spring-like.
Okay. Alrighty. So
it was 2 hours. And I did make a mistake too, so some of that was my fault.
Yeah, but you should be able to do much better with Dragoons.
Yeah.
Close to instant repair in the dock, at least for prize pack 1. and some people are able to do even the mastery round. If you use one pinch to get through even the mastery round, all 7 with in-base repairs along the way. So, but that takes a good level of driving to get that to instant repair. I think at the end of this last one, when they ran it like 3 weeks, a month ago, at the end of it, I think I was getting around 25, 30 minutes of repair for running through the whole thing. So, and that's with Dragoons, not with Punishers. So, word of wisdom is I don't recommend the Punishers for this for many reasons. So,
Well, even I did well last time with the Dragoons, so it is doable with a pinch on that last prize pack.
Yep, a small long pinch.
Yep, you can do it. I think with one actually.
Yes, with one small long pinch. So, that's the way you like it. That's the way that's the way to do it.
You never know.
Sometimes it takes
Everybody's
some
different,
pinch.
So it's not necessary to go all the way to the 13-hour builds, but you can build this with I think it's 13 minutes or 8 minutes on a speed up, so you can make these pinches really fast. So, and you only need 1 per mastery round, and not that bad. So my only hope is that they I doubt anybody is out there that has seen the mastery rounds yet to see if they've dropped the 2 nasty turrets, 2 of the nasty turrets, which I think there's like 5 or 6 of them afterwards, that they dropped after about 36 hours last time they ran this TLC, and hopefully they've kept it that way and not brought back those 2 extra turrets that required you to use maybe 2 pinches or take more damage than you would want to. So
I'm gonna have to go find the video because I already forgot. The path.
yeah. So have you KB TSM? Have you do you see any difference so far in what you've run through so far today versus when it ran a month ago or 3 weeks ago?
Me personally, no, I've not seen any difference at all. I watched a couple of videos. Derpy's got some up, and I didn't notice any difference whatsoever, to be honest.
Okay.
No, I haven't had a crack at it as yet.
Okay.
But it all comes into play though on the third or on the mastery and the 3rd prize pack, I believe, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Up
very
till
much so.
then- Yeah, up till then it's pretty much straightforward, I think.
But yeah, I mean, the key is quick pinching, and if you get those in, then
Right.
your damage goes down massively. I mean,
Massively.
that's it. Yeah, it's huge. I mean,
Exactly.
I just want to clear this up. It's a small long pinch, not a quick pinch.
yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah,
As
because
in quick build. A quick
Yeah,
build.
yeah. Well, because there is the quick pinch, which is more effective versus ships.
But this is about turrets, though. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just don't want people to get confused on that. I don't know. What else should we be talking about? Does anybody still want to talk about Vengeance? Do they want to talk about how boring upgrades are? Now we're in the upgrade month where all you're doing is basically upgrading with mindlessly. Like I said, I would upgrade your flag first because we're going to get these kind of. We'll get this TLC, which only lasts till Monday, and then starting again on Wednesday, we're going to get another one. So we're going to get 10 days of those, but we're not going to get any help associated with the Atomic Punisher, the flagship.
On VXP, you had a good way to do it last time, which I'll be honest, I don't remember the exact way to do it.
Yes.
What do you need to VXP though? Well, there could be people with
I have a Conqueror All that I'm just messing with. I'll
Yeah.
never use it, but I'm VXPing it.
Yeah. So basically, if you have a ship I don't have the picture. I look for the picture of it that we had last time. Um, Basically, there's a group of 2 turrets right up at the top. Right now, you could use your Punishers to take those out, retreat, and then send in some ship that's not equipped for this to take out that group of buildings up at the top right side. Sorry, I don't have a picture. I should have gone back in and took another screenshot of it. I don't know if anybody wants to jump
I
in
could
and
probably go in and take my Punishers in and show it at least.
Okay, yeah, if you like.
Hold on, just take me a minute.
You could probably even, if you've got a flag that's in fairly decent shape, take your flag in there and put your other ships. Oh, wait a minute. Never mind. You
My
can't.
flag's in.
You
Upgrade.
can't combine conquerors and.
No.
Unfortunately, no.
Yeah, that's bad.
But you also have a retreat button, so it's just a matter of waiting the 30 seconds.
Yeah, but you gotta be careful because if you leave your conqueror sitting out there, somebody's gonna come sneak it.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It's like back to the good old days, isn't it?
Good for some, yeah.
Just because some people don't like playing that way, it's each their own as far as I'm concerned. You know, if you dabble in that area, if you want to snipe, it's up to them, isn't it?
Yeah. So just be aware that the potential's there.
Yeah, and you could retreat, not even go into your dock, launch your ships from the water, and then just zoom right over there, hit it, and then somebody could be sitting there waiting to go after your conqueror ships when you retreat, because probably you need to retreat several times in order to make this all work without wasting the damage that you're going to take on your Punishers and your time. Because I hit those ships. I retreated 3 times when I was doing my Dragoons to try to maximize my VXP, because you max out per encounter every time you enter a target as far as the VXP points that you can earn. So
I'm
for
still
VXP,
still looking for one that's got them there.
Okay. So yeah, let me know when you get there.
Yeah, well, the last one I retreated and forgot to.
Hey, Derpy.
This has
Hello,
got
how's
some,
it going?
Hello,
Oh,
mate.
pretty good.
This one's got some taken out, but I think it'll show what we want to show.
Well, you got to screen share first.
I will.
So.
I will. The target is partially taken care of, but I think it shows what we need. So
Okay.
I will screen share.
Okay, as long as it's not the part that we need.
You can take a look and see if you agree, and then we'll go from there. Yeah. So basically, the idea is use your dragoons or Punishers. Take these 2 turrets out at the top, and then retreat. And then you can use your conquerors, whatever else you want to get VXP on, by killing the buildings behind it and breaking that into. I was doing 2 building chunks of it, and just run across the top, boom, boom, boom. 3 hits. I was able to get all of my Punishers ranked with a single crew doing it this way. So if you want, I'll go get the other fleet that I'm trying to rank up and bring it in.
Yeah, if you want. I mean,
do it anyway. So if you want to show it, it's fine.
Yeah. If it's unless we got something else to show, we can keep the screen on that, keep people visually entertained. So is there anything else we should be discussing?
How about the new FM targets?
Yeah. How are you doing with those?
Or the lack of targets for lower levels anyway at the moment.
Well, that's the confusing part. Well, they gave everybody Praetorians at one point, so you could. And from what I hear, you can definitely, a single ship can definitely auto for map repair, the 120s. Occasionally people run into issues with the 121. But yeah, I am curious. I see the CM on the, answering people's questions as far as on forum and whatnot. I was like, I don't have Praetorians. I don't have this. And give me your user ID. And it appears she sends them Praetorians.
Oh, really?
But it seems like, yeah.
Is it? That's how that system works? That's so.
Yes.
That's not a good system. That's horrible. It's nice that that's happening.
Yes.
I logged into my account. My alt account 2 days ago is level 40 something. Has like 2 citadels. There were no Praetorians in my dock.
Well, you need to talk to the CM.
Apparently.
Yeah, but that's like Derpy says, there ought to be some, everybody somehow does some, they ought to have some sort of minor, not TLC, but just campaign that anybody could do at any level with,
So what they used to do, so that would be, no, what they used to do in the when we used to do the previews was basically they'd have something out on the water, basically just went and hit it, and through that you'd win, just like a 40 res or something like that, and then you basically as soon as you clicked it once, the prize pack for that one thing, which cost you no damage at all, was the fleet that you needed to go and carry on in the rest of the preview. Yeah, and it did the same thing.
Okay, I saw something on the forums that said they were looking at giving newer players Inferno Dragons. But that's in the pipe works.
Yeah. It's odd that the timing on this one is a little odd.
And of course, it makes it hard for the research stuff too. Yeah, because one of them was to hit an 89, and they ain't there anymore.
They're working on fixing that from what I've been told. They're coming up with alternate targets.
They could do a TLC that's there all the time that you do once to get a Praetorian. Like they have all those standalone TLCs that we did. Remember the day?
Yeah. Those are just the campaigns, and then they became TLC. So yeah.
Right. Well, they could just put a regular campaign out there that's super easy to get with gunboats, and you could get a Praetorian.
Yeah, I suggested Marauders earlier, but yeah.
Yeah, whatever they use, just so that new players have an opportunity to earn it. And it's only one time, so it's not like you keep hitting the target, keep getting them, or anything. You just
the question is whether they get a blueprint, all these blueprints, and then they have to spend the next 3 weeks building it, or 2 weeks building the ship, one ship, or do they get what?
No, it should be just give it to them straight out, so that it's there for them to use. What's the point in giving away a free fleet if you've got to armor it all up and build it? It's defeating the purpose a bit, isn't it? And it means they can't do an FM until it's done.
How did you take damage, Mike?
It was already damaged. I was just using it. It was repairing. It was repairing.
Okay. I was wondering how you took damage and all that. I was like, I wasn't. Okay.
He's just really bad at driving. He's really bad at hitting buildings.
Derpy, you obviously know me, Derpy.
There he is. The man's volunteered to show everybody, and then everyone dicks him.
That's all right.
Well, I just,
You didn't see what I did with you didn't see what I did with the prep fleet. I went in there and hit the retreat button, but I hit the go to the map.
And now you're hitting the wrong target.
You're right. See that?
Yeah. See, it's not completely unfounded what Derpy was asserting.
Well, I'm not. Look at that. I'm still in it. I'm not disputing. Believe me.
So is the VXP target the exact?
I was trying to help you out there.
You're good. No, it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah. He wasn't helping.
It must have reaped. That one is a new target, I think.
Okay.
If not, then I'm really screwed up, and I'm just going to go offline. Yeah. Okay. Here we go again. So what I showed the first hit with no crew and everything was like 3,600 VXP, and just for 2 buildings. So if you have a crew on there and go in and out,
and you're only using one ship.
One ship, right?
Yeah, so you might only need to take out one building because it's damage related to your armor. And back in the day, the Conquerors had way more armor than the PvE ships. But now that's not true anymore. Now the PvE ships have more armor, so maybe it's just one. You know, if you're dealing with this,
what happens. We can see what happens. If I just take this one out and go back.
But we got off track of our last conversation. Which now I've completely forgot what it was.
FM targets.
Are you an old friend?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask TSM. How are you doing on the? We were talking about the low levels, and hopefully they'll sort that out. And when I ask about it, like, we know what we're doing. We'll figure it out. And but have you hit the 141? And what do you think about it relative to the other targets, the 139, the 127, or whatever? I've been hitting the 139s. I haven't even tried. Go ahead.
Yeah, I finished the FM yesterday doing the 141s. Pattern. It's annoying that you can't use the waypoints, because that's what I like about the 139. You can just waypoint it and just ignore it and just let it go and find the next one. Whereas the 141 is a bit fussier. I've got it down to about 45 to 50 minutes for one target, which is not too
and
bad.
that's with the half repair or the quarter repair?
That's I just done one literally about 10 minutes ago. So it's on 25% fleet repair, isn't it? So
yeah,
so it's a bit of still a bit of a fictitious fix. So it'll be just over an hour, I think, then for when it's back to normal, won't it? Something like that.
I don't know what happened, but I didn't get any VXP on that run.
I don't know either.
I took out one building and went back.
Are you skulled?
Maybe.
All right. TSM, are you interested in hitting the 141 for us?
This is going well, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I haven't been drinking. I need to go get something to drink.
Hang on, let me bring up a screen.
Thanks, Derpy. I didn't realize it was skulled.
Yeah,
it is. Okay. I don't have anything else to put in there, so.
Okay.
And there's a story to that.
I always wanted to be a comedian, so.
You're doing well.
Yeah.
How's Derpy getting on with his? How are you managing, mate?
I haven't hit that many yet. I hit, I think, 2 or 3 yesterday, and then I've just been on my phone, so I'm autoing 127s on my phone.
Alrighty.
Yeah, it's an okay target. There's nothing bad I can say about it. Damage seemed reasonable for my first run. I had no complaints about it, so that's a good thing.
But damage to point ratio, how is it relative to the 139?
I don't know.
Okay.
I haven't done the math on it. I haven't compared anything, but it feels about the same. I've been seeing generally the 139 is better.
Well, let's try it, shall we? We'll do one of each and see what happens.
Okay.
This filthy corner of coin.
You do it.
You do it. Oh, it's my turn to make an ass of myself. Oh, okay.
You won't.
I'm pretty good at that sort of stuff.
No, you're not.
Right. First, we've got to find one, haven't we?
Use a terrific locator.
No way. No, that takes forever. It's sent me miles away. There we go. There's one.
Yeah.
There's one down here. So there's a 139 as well. So that's perfect, isn't it?
I have to go get something to drink so I can blame this on something.
So I'm still not happy about the path. I can't make my mind up. I have to say And the fact that it's got two of those really annoying rockets at the start, the ones that fire from a long distance that just seem to harpoon you over the walls as well if you aren't careful.
Yeah.
And over the mountains. So,
Are you
come on then.
It
rocket
shoots over the mountains?
Yeah, if you aren't careful.
It does?
Yeah.
Over some of the mountains in certain directions, the linear. If you're attacking a linear, then it does. If you're broadside,
okay. Didn't they
90
have
degrees
in the
If you're back from the
where
mountains,
they
a bit
changed
of a picture.
something?
So over here, you can hide behind this one, but if you try come around this way here first, then this central one here will just smash you right the way along. Even if you're around here, it will just go over the top.
Because it's the perpendicular, or what do they call that? Parallel to it.
Parallel, yeah. So this one, I'm sort of like still playing. That one's firing now, so that's just missed.
Mm-hmm.
So that sort of still working out a path. I can't quite work out what the hell's the right thing to do here. But.
And you're all packed out with the golden.
No, not at all.
Okay. Well, I see 5 on this one, so
there's 5 on the flag, and that's all I've done, to be honest. Because I was going off your theory the other day of they were better, and then I heard, obviously, from last night's show that you said you couldn't actually tell a difference.
Well, not yet, and I haven't hit this target. Yet, so I'm like, eventually, I think they got to make them better, right? As far as performance-wise. But yeah. I mean, otherwise,
It'll just be a gradual increase if you're only putting on one at a time.
There's that annoying turret down there, look. And that was the second one. So going that way, I managed to hit that set of rock clusters there as well. So
that was the one that was kind of hiding there that we didn't.
Yeah, so that's twice. And this way, you can go up there and take out these ships and then take out these turrets at the same time. You'll have to go in there and nick that one. I missed that one. Shouldn't make too much difference. I think it's about an hour roughly, but obviously we're reducing a little bit of.
with the at least for another 10 days, so maybe longer.
I mean, not complaining. I mean, they're doing a good thing, but it's giving me a bit of a false sense of security as well. So.
What? That everything's going to be taken care of in 10 days? Yeah, that's one sense of false sense of security. But yeah,
I'm not too sure. So that was a stacked version, wasn't it? So what do we got here? So we're looking at about 8% taken, 14%. Yeah, 14 evaded, and then 3% taken. No evade, obviously for explosives, so and resisted a bit as well. So there we go, just under the hour again. So. Somewhere between 50 and 60 minutes, on the hour roughly. Okay. And that's stacked. And I'm just look at the damage. Look, it looks pretty even across the way.
Yeah.
And I tried putting one out front, and basically the flag was getting smashed, and the other 4 ships weren't getting anything. So I've personally found it better to stack them up.
So the missile is spreading that damage across them.
Yeah, and I think that's where most of the damage is coming from. But going that way, I've managed to avoid the bottom one hitting me at all. And I've only got, I'll have to play that back now, but I think I only got hit once from the other one, but I'm not sure. It's a handy place.
So you're getting 140 points per points of damage, if I did that right?
Yeah, about right. Yeah.
You got 8,000 in 57 minutes of damage. So, because we were going to compare it to.
Well, I'm looking at this one now, and obviously this is flag out front. This one, isn't it? So.
You can use a pinch.
I can't be bothered. I'm too lazy for that sort of stuff. I'm not a good example of a sort of like a careful player. So
I think this 25% reduction should be the new norm.
Not going to happen, is it?
No.
But I think it'll last longer than 10 days. At least I hope it would.
Oh, you're one of those lucky ones. You can do more than 3 waypoints.
Sometimes. It doesn't always work out that way. This is why I like this target, because it's nice. And now you can just exit and go and look for the next one. So it's a bit lazy,
Yeah,
though,
I
isn't
was
it?
wondering why you were doing it that way, because I hit it a different way,
Mhm.
but I can't use the waypoints like you have. So yeah, because I hide behind the mountains and stay at the bottom until I sneak up at about 7 o'clock on the missile
Alrighty, yeah.
in the middle. So, but I don't get to do this. So
I mean, this is as lazy as way as I can find to do it.
I'm going to have to try it. I like it. I can get my waypoints working just fine in the 127, so I have no trouble there. So maybe it'll work here too. It does not, they don't work in the pillage target.
I mean, it's certainly not the most probably the best way to do it, but this is the way. So that's my comparative. So that's what I normally do it. So damage-wise, for me, that would be. So what did I get there? So 2% taken, 9% evaded, and yeah, obviously explosive is 10% taken. So there you go. For me, it's the same.
yeah, you're actually taking.
A little bit more damage for a little bit less points.
That's 1,000 less points, isn't it?
But you're also taking a lazy man approach with this one, so yeah.
Oh, massively, yeah.
Yeah,
And
but
then on auto, when I do the BP app still, because it does still work, I can do about 7 or 8 of those before it has to fix the app. So I do those at work. So that's not bad. Basically, 2 days at work, I can do the FM for nothing. So I haven't tried the one. Oh, I can try. So try the 41 on auto, see what happens.
The 141 on auto?
Sure. Yeah, why not? Why not? Yeah. Well, I finished the FM, so I don't care. They're just fixed. So
yeah.
Let's see where the ships go, shall we? They could go all over the place.
Yes.
Yeah, but we'll have a look. Right, go to dock. Start repair. Let's find another one and just let it crash and see what happens. Just in case one wants to use the app still. Although I don't recommend this, but let's go this way a little bit. There's one there. Right, we won't touch them. We'll just let it do its own thing.
Okay, not even going to look?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah.
Or shall we? Do you want to have a look or not?
Well, because I know George. I know.
Otherwise,
George,
it'd be boring. Otherwise, wouldn't it?
Well, except for I know that George always said that if you looked at it, some of them changed.
That was
okay
for the strikes.
So there's one next door to it as well. So let's look at this one and let's not look at the other one. Right.
There's also a random RNG for evade, but it's spread.
Yeah, it's he was big on that theory for a little while. So I get, like Derpy's saying, it's probably target dependent.
See, that's one hit from that central one. What a stupid place to stop. Why has it left that ship? Look, all by itself. You dumb ships.
Yeah, because it had to be the closest when he, Yeah,
it doesn't. So that's second missile just came in then. Saying that if it gets less than an hour damage, I know what I'm doing for future. Oh, look, it was going to the ship and then it chickened out and it's gone around the side.
Well, that ship can stay there. It's not ultra long range. It's not like leaving that.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Go on. Ballpark figure. What do you reckon? I reckon 1 hour 30.
It's not a huge.
Yeah, it's really not bad.
I'm saying 114.
114. Ooh.
Yeah, well, that's not really worth driving it then. If it's only if he's only taking 15 minutes difference.
And if it is about that, then I'll just carry on using the BP app and do it on auto at work, and then it's done. I haven't even got to worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Where are you
this
going?
target isn't in the BP app, so there's your issue.
Oh, isn't it? Yeah, or not?
Well, it's probably never going to be because they have to update it, right? They stopped supporting it.
Oh, fantastic! I'll keep the 139s then. I thought it was going to be a lot more damage than this. Actually, it's not bad.
Well, the 139s are only going to be here for so long before they get recycled too. So 6 months from now, there will be no FM targets in the app because we keep phasing out the bigger ones.
But at that point, they might provide something better for people to use HTML5 to use their phones or tablets or whatever.
As long as it's not a.
Well, that's the hope. But I
Yeah.
can't run HTML5 phone.
I think Derpy's going to be closer than me. I think actually on this one. Go on then. So I reckon 130. You reckon 114. So is that it? Yeah, that's it.
122.
So what do we get then this time? So actually, it's 6% and 5%. So that's less damage, isn't it? No, because I was talking about the 130. Anyway, let's have a look. Oh, what?
11. Oh, wow. You're quite the driver on auto there.
Hey, I'm impressed. So that's literally 10 minutes more damage than me driving the 139. That's an auto.
And what level are your ships upgraded?
Oh, everything's up to U3. You know me, I'm terrible. I just coin everything, so I don't care.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
But it's only the front end one that's got. I mean, I got random countermeasure and that sort of stuff, you know. So, and I went for the reload version and the older rockets rather than. But the flag's got it's got 5 of the new ones on it. But
yeah. Then we were going to look at the blind auto to see if there's a the significant difference between blind autoing and looking at them because because things can change.
Right, 111 then. Okay, I'm not sure what we're going to do for the next 4.5 minutes. There we go. You might want to cut this bit of the show and go make a brew.
Well, we can actually put Derpy can put a few shekels down on his bet this time because now he's got to bet blind. Do we do over under 111 or how do you even structure that bet?
I'm saying between 110 and 112.
Look at that. So see, that's why I like my bet better. 111 over under.
Well, what's the exact seconds? Because it could be equal if it's just 111. Like there's 69. There's 60 seconds there.
Okay. Well, then it's then it's a draw. So if it's 111, nobody exchanges money.
Fair point.
It's a push. If it's 111, exactly. If it's 111. I don't know. Maybe I should take all the way down to 110 in 16 seconds. I don't know.
Titan rises. What else have we got then? Yeah. Okay.
But yeah.
So I'm not doing any of these TLCs on my other account. I've done some of TLCs because that's a baby account that's got hardly any decent ships because I just use that for testing. But I don't think I'm going to do any of this stuff to be honest. Personally.
Not even Judgment Day?
Nah.
Just gonna party like it's 1999 when
all my ships are upgraded. You know me, I'm terrible. So
X1 upgrade?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, guys. There's no reason to do it at that point then. Yeah,
mate, I haven't got time to hang around in this game. Just get it done.
Yeah,
my brother hates me for it, but
if we could, we would. Trust me.
Yeah, I'm one of those filthy coiners. So.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for supporting the game.
If it wasn't for people like me, it would never. I mean, I have to say, Jesus, I was watching somebody spend money, obviously half repair, but smashing bases during the raid, during the thing, and I was like, "Blooming heck, how much are you spending?" He must have smashed about 50 bases in one evening. I was laughing.
Yeah, but right now, It's the attacker's game. I mean,
Well, it is. It is up until the point someone snipes their fleet, and then they get really angry for some reason. I'm like, you just hit 50 bases. You don't want no one to retaliate. Come on. You can't have the game your way all the time. It's just not possible.
Why are they hitting me? Why are these so? Yeah.
I can't imagine why. And then obviously it goes on to the verbal diarrhea in comms, which I always find funny.
Well, you should have told them to buy a bubble, and just ignore them. So yeah, put them all ignore.
Oh, here we go. What do you reckon?
it looks like more. Is it more?
Well, did you repair from the previous one?
Yeah.
Oh, 115. So okay,
So,
the blind one.
better to watch it.
Yeah. Huh.
I think we need a bigger sample size. This show's going to be on for 10 hours. TSM is doing 100 of these things.
The point is, though, looking at that, you could do the FM and probably get at least 4 of those. In fact, look, a little bit more damage on that one, actually, on the flag this time. That's interesting.
And they're all the same, so it's leading a little bit more because you were.
Yeah, it must be leading. Yeah, it must be leading slightly because that wasn't like that before. Well, that's interesting.
So it's probably taking that first hit before they are forced to group together.
Yes, possibly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you just made the FM doable for me, because I have limited time and I don't have time to sit here and drive a lot of times. If I can do this on auto in the morning while I'm getting ready for work, do a few, I can do this. Thank you.
It's reasonable, isn't it? I showed the build quickly. I'm halfway doing a little video, I must admit, but just as a baseline to show where things are. I'm sure Deppy's got a good video up as well. He always does. So, but I just like to keep a baseline video. So yeah, that's what I've got on that flagship, which is nothing special, to be honest.
It's about the same. It's standard.
Yeah. So that's. And I put the extra. To get the other armor on, I managed to get the extra armor on by just taking off one of these and putting on the missile defense free. I have no idea if it helps.
Your reload percentage. Your reload percentage is too high. Ren was doing some math, and it's 275% is the maximum reload bonus you get
for these ones.
I believe so.
So these ones are slightly different. So I agree for the other rocket, but this rocket, because the reload's 1 second longer, I think you have to up it. I mean, it's too much. 3 is 3 or 2 there. Yeah, 3 is too much. But
yeah, you don't need cluster warhead 3 and that.
I think it's cluster warhead 2 though. I think it's 470 or something. You need something like that.
What's the reload in seconds on that rocket? 3 seconds or 4 seconds?
4 seconds. The other one's 3. This one's 4.
Hey, Bo. Oops.
So yeah, some math genius can tell me. Where's Brian when you need him?
Hold on, I have my calculator out right now.
Oh, do it, man. Do it.
Okay, your maximum reload. Oh, hold on. Looks like it. This is counting alliance bonus and everything else.
Oh, I haven't done alliance. Yeah.
Okay, so we won't count that. I'm plugging in numbers. Looks like it's 400% reload, I think. That might not be quite right. I'll have to double check that. But
it's somewhere, it is somewhere around there. But this one here was like tons of countermeasures and only a couple of rockets. And I was, so I was up in there. I mean, I haven't messed around with that. Only thing I just changed was basically put some of these on and took the countermeasures down. Anyway, that's that one there. And these are all four the same. These are identical. These are. So that's got reload cluster 2 on that one, which is closer to. So that rocket reloads 360. So I think it's a little bit high still, maybe.
I said
anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
But I don't have the alliance bonus, unfortunately, though. So I've kept
that
mine
would
around
give
that.
Me extra 20%. So you're not losing out on that much.
Yeah. So it's not bad, is it? I mean, that's. So how many targets do you reckon that is? You can probably get 8 with that amount of damage. Do you reckon? Get 8 targets in.
Yep.
64,000.
Yep.
So that's that's everything you need plus at least the special 7 what's the armor? Is it 17,000?
75.
Oh, here we go. Yeah. So that's not too bad. You can get everything. Even in the first pass, you get 3 of those plus all your tokens and that sort of stuff done. So if you're not needing any of the rubbish down below, that's all I've got to do. So if you don't want any of the other junk, then that's not bad, is it?
That's pretty good. How many armors do you think we need to be getting? What's your your crystal ball? Tell me.
I would get
all of them.
I would definitely get 4 for each ship, 2 of each, probably.
Okay.
I've got a sneaky feeling they're going to go up in numbers.
And even if you just get like 1 a week this week, or this month, by the time you actually have the ship, the armors will still be in the FM. You'll probably still have enough time.
Yeah, I agree, mate. I think you're right there.
Yeah, I need to calculate how many of the older armors I need for my Punishers, because I don't think I got all of them.
Yeah, so just out of interest, actually, I should have kept sharing it. So that flagship was 20 minutes damage on the flagship, and all the other ships were 12 minutes damage. So it definitely must have done a bit of wandering around by itself or something, or it was just in front maybe. But 12 minutes is not bad, is it, for a ship each one?
Yeah, it's not
If
bad.
you wanted to do what Hefe does and just repair one for 7 minutes while you're going around doing something else and come back and start the other one, you could, if you knock off 25 minutes of that.
It's not bad at all, is it?
But again, no real need to, because you can just do like 6-8 targets overnight, 1 or 2 nights, 3 nights, and be done.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I've done that where you get up a little bit early and do 1 set in the night, fixes by the morning, do another set in the morning, and then it fixes by the time you come home. FM's all finished, and you're good to go and do something else instead.
Yeah, it's like all these TLCs. And, yeah. Well, I can't either because I'll be repairing the whole time. But yeah, you can do real life. Speaking of real life, how's everyone doing? People working?
We're still
Staying home?
I was wondering how, what did everybody find to be the best build associated with the raid Vengeance?
Oh, with the puns, you mean?
Yeah.
I was quite happy. Well, I can share mine again. I don't mind. Just about, but they're nothing special. I better zoom in a bit actually first, because you won't be able to see anything.
Okay.
So I have my screen run at 80%. So because I can see more of the target.
I'm not quite sure what the best one is. Like, none of them were doing way better than anything else. Refits were making a minor-ish difference. Variables, driving, crew, everything your build, and then the targets are gonna be subtly different next month.
Yeah.
So the best build last.
So I think every one of them on ships are the same, to be honest. But
they use this.
Oh, really?
You didn't use their new engine.
No, I didn't actually. I quite like this.
How much damage were you taking?
Oh, you did use that is the new engine. Okay.
So, this thing here. No, so some people were using another thing I come up that we're using something else.
Yeah. So you have a Vade on every single one of them. How much damage were you taking on, say, a 100 or 102 with that?
Oh, I should remember. No, I can't remember, mate, to be honest. I remember I did 4 sets or 5 sets and then fixed. Because I was doing including the 500 one as well. So I was just doing 3s and then another 3, then another 3, then another 3. In fact, no, I didn't. I did, because you could do this using the BP app as well. So I did the 100, was it 100? Something like that?
The 100 auto.
There's a stack of them, I think it was, on auto.
Yeah, because Mike had a build that looked like this, and then I had him change it, and he was driving, and he started taking about half the damage after I.
Yeah, I remember him saying on the show, on Wednesday. Yeah, hang on, let me just look. So that's the flagship anyway, and basically that's got 4 ballistic ones and not 3 of each.
Okay.
Because I found having 4 ballistic slightly better, just by the numbers at the end of the hit. So hang on a minute, is it the same? Oh yeah, they are. So the flag had more ballistic on it, and I think maybe ship 5 had as well. But these are all obviously 99 U's.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
This one here has got that one's got 4 as well.
Yeah.
4 ballistic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The change I made, and it might be different because you're at X1, but the change I made was your last 2 specials I changed. As opposed to the rock block and the agility system 4, I swapped those out for the agility. The Scorcher and the Roaring Barrels.
Well, let's see what I've got. So you took agility off?
Yeah, I took agility off, and I put Scorcher on there.
Which other ones you take off? Anything else?
The engine.
The engine.
The engine. I was quite happy with that change. It made a big difference. But you have to tank then.
Yeah. You have to drive and tank.
You have to drive and tank, but it makes a hell of a difference.
What am I looking for, mate?
Scorcher,
which is not limited.
That's blueprint.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends if I got it.
Oh, you got it.
It's movement. Well, you can click up and go to movement.
Or you can just type in SCH. Or
Yeah,
SC.
didn't they make a search bar for this thing?
I think so. You can just put it.
There we go. The Scorcher. And Roaring Barrels.
Alrighty.
It made me real happy, I'm telling you.
And then change that to corrosive as far as your lookup.
Yeah, and then you got Roaring Barrels, which is 2, isn't it? Which is the small one, that one there.
Yeah.
So you went the extra multi-shot, yeah.
Yeah, 3 extra multi-shots. And we also got more damage out of the Scorcher because we got another plus 10%. And the movement is you'll see is one's 86 and one's 87. So the flag's 87, so it's slightly faster, but not much. But you're going to see a big difference in damage.
I didn't have any issues killing. I mean, I was driving by, and I have to say, I was killing things pretty quick. What I found annoying was the fact that obviously that when we did the the VXP target, there was no splash damage, and all of a sudden it sort of like materialized out of nowhere.
Yes.
In the actual event itself, like so.
And what concerns me is what's going to happen next raid. Will we still have splash damage, or will they change it?
If they switch it back, that's worse than changing.
I'll tell you what. I'll play with that next time. That's a 1-day change, so I've got plenty of tokens left over. So I might switch it over and do a couple of videos and do one without. If I could actually get my stream working, I could stream it and change it live and then stream it back again. So
yeah, because you have the D99Us have a multi-shot of 6, and then you add the atom absorption system, which adds 2, and the Roaring Barrels adds another 3. So it adds a ton of damage. I mean, if you didn't have atom absorption damage, it's basically adding 50%. You're going from 6 multi-shot to 9 just with that. So you're adding 50% more damage. And then you have the 10% from the Scorcher that's multiplicative. So you're doing more damage doing more damage that way, but you're still keeping the evade associated with your flag. So that's
But we'll give it a go. We'll see what happens next time. I'm going to have to do some more baseline videos anyway because
the last couple.
Yeah, you got to know where you are. So
the last day I was doing all 507s.
Yeah,
and it was like a short time base repair. It was worth it to do the short time base repair and then just do the 507s with that build. I'm sorry I walked away for a minute, so I don't know if you changed subjects, but
as you know, I'm sort of I tend to crash through them quite quickly if I can.
I was crashing through it, I was
All right.
doing the same thing.
Well,
Yeah.
on the 100s, I was doing instant repair in the base, and the 102s I had to wait for a minute to 2 minutes, depending on how my driving was, because I was getting hitting the 102 for about 20 to 23 minutes of damage, but it was still like a minute to 2 minutes on the flag, but the rest of them were instant repair.
Yep.
With that setup, because you're gonna see a big increase in damage if you work it all out.
And I was
Yeah.
close to that. FA.
So
What?
did you so you go back in the dock after every target and then take them all apart and then fix each one?
Yeah.
All right, okay.
Which takes forever. Yeah. I mean, unless
I don't see me doing that.
well, except for what I did with the 100, I would auto. I asked Ben, on the last day, I'm like, how do you hit the 100s? Because what I would do is I would auto the, like 10, 11 100s at night. And then I would go hit the 102s during the day. And I would drive the 102s, but I would auto the 100s. So the last day, I was like, I should probably drive a couple of these so I don't get into a TLC and I have no idea what I'm doing. So I was asking to see what he did, and he was like, he wasn't not feeling well. So I figured out on my own, and within a couple, I got that done to instant repair in the base.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean I'm definitely less battle pirates and more lazy pirates.
Yeah, I'm like you. I can't stand to bring them in, break them apart, repair it. Only wait a minute for each step. I'd rather just hit a whole bunch and let it repair for hours. Go do something.
Yeah. Somebody making tea?
Someone's making something.
That's probably me. I can mute myself.
Well, I was just curious what you were making. Was it tea?
Yeah, just need to make it for all of us.
I'm putting water bottles in the cabinet so you can have my empty water bottles.
Okay. It sounded like somebody was making tea. I heard metal on metal, and then I heard water. So okay. Okay. Well, we've gone pretty close to an hour. Is there anything other issues
Already?
We've talked about the FM. We've talked about the raid. And we've talked about the TLCs that people should hit besides TSM. Is there anything else? Well, you're already at X1. There's really no reason for you to do it.
Unless they come out with an X2.
Oh, don't say it.
I've got plenty of upgrade tokens already, so.
I mean, would you prefer they came out with an X2 or just a double X and then a triple X? I would prefer to that.
I like a triple X.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll finish up with triple X OS.
I prefer they just sacked it all together and stopped doing stupid you updates anyway, but there we go.
I know the upgrades are stupid. To do it in the shipyard.
And go back to, stop doing raids every 2 months, which is crazy.
Yep.
Go back to 3-month ones, but there we go.
At least, what are you going to build this month? If your Punishers are done and they're fully built, what are you going to do with the shipyard?
But go back to staging your targets so that actually you can actually take your time to build them, and then just don't put the big targets in until the second raid, and then just do it progressively, not smash everybody on raid 1 just because there's 2 months worth and that's it.
Because that's a coin thing.
Oh, of course it is. Yeah.
If you have a couple of beers, it's real easy to push that button.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
It's amazing for me the amount of alcohol that goes up, the easier it is to coin.
It's a social game. There we go. See?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. All right. Well, if we don't have much more else to discuss this evening, the link's still there because nobody's chatting tonight. I guess they're afraid of.
There's only 26, and
you have to stay 6 feet away from people in chat.
Yeah.
I mean, so many people that should be here listening, and
or if they're standing in line.
There's only 26.
They're standing in line at the grocery store.
At Costco.
26.
It
So
kinda
no,
is toilet
I
paper.
think they're all online buying guns, from what I can tell.
I like to
Toilet
thank my
paper.
neighbors for
I'm
stocking
not
up all their
joking.
toilet paper.
Toilet paper.
Yeah, well, that's that could be an issue too.
I went out and I TP'd my neighbor's yard.
No.
You just increased their home value by a couple $1,000s.
There you go. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have the salvage people coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, alrighty. Well, if we don't have much else, and I can't think of much else, go ahead and hit the, Judgment Day, and because you're between the raid, since you got 5 for the flag, you got 2 for the flag and 5 for the regular ships as far as the upgrade tokens.
Oh yeah.
You have the opportunity for another 5 today, and then you have an opportunity for another 5 on Wednesday. So that's 15 days since the raid started of upgrades. So, people are like, oh, it's going to take, I mean, Snoopy always runs the numbers is like, there's 60 days and we have 15 days to do it. But I don't know.
But don't use your puns. You'll be smart. You'll be unhappy if you use your punishers.
Yeah. Stay with your dragoons.
Stay with the dragoons.
I'll tell you what quite is good. Going and doing these subsector bases, use your draconian flagship and use your 4 puns behind it. You can do it for 1 minute damage.
Wait, say that again?
So the subsector bases. So when you're going to hit them, I used to hit them obviously with my other obviously siege fleet, and now I've switched it across. So I'm using the 4 puns and all ones, and then the flagship, because it obviously shows where all the targets are. The mines underneath, and I've got a single weapon on there for killing them underneath the water sort of stuff. And you can just drive around, do it in about 2.5 minutes, and you take about 35 seconds damage.
Sweet.
Which is easy.
Okay.
Lazy but easy.
Could you give the names of the ships? I'm a little. You had the 4 punishers, and then you had the flag for the dragoon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So on the dragoon, hang on a minute. Where's my dragoons? Where are they? They're there. So on my dragoon, I've got what's the blinking weapon? I did it to put it.
Would that work in the TLC?
Possibly. I don't know. To be honest, mate.
Because
there's no underwater mines in TLC. That's what he's.
I understand, but I
It's just
wonder.
there's annoying underwater mines. That's the thing. So
because those are annoying. Those damn things.
I put 1 Gatling gun, range of 93, on one of my dragoons.
Damn.
Just so you can just drive around as fast as you like,
And
and you don't get clouted. So here you go. I'll share the screen again just to show you what I've done basically. So this 1 dragoon here, look, because I've got the sonic targeting on it, and it doesn't matter. The fleet works perfectly well. Sonic targeting goes on that single one, and then basically, I don't know why that one's. Oh yes, because the sonic target's on there, so it's lost some firepower. I made that one the countermeasure ship, basically, and then one of the other ones somewhere's got a Gatling gun. I don't know which one it is. I don't know.
Okay.
Well, it's got something to hit the stuff underwater. Anyway.
No. The glaive pack does underwater damage.
Oh yeah, the glaive pack does it. That's right. Yeah.
And
So
what
you
has
can just put
sonar
that in there with your
fleet?
puns, and
Do the puns have sonar?
It's not.
No, he puts on targeting as a special.
so that's a special.
Okay.
Yeah, on my dragoon. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what makes them all. Those goddamn annoying mines that move around all the time and that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
Maybe
they're not
I'll
in the
slow down,
campaign. It's
yeah.
not going to happen in the campaign.
No, I'm just talking about the SSRBs. Like,
Yeah, I get it now.
makes life a lot easier because you can shoot them from a distance, then drive around them, and then nothing slows you down. Then it's much easier.
Yeah. It would take way less time. Yeah, that because I was thinking with the punishers, because not a lot of people are using sync drives. Because the real problem with the dragoons is everybody was sync drives on them. So if one ship got hit by a mine, they all
get hit by a mine. Yeah, exactly. But at least this way, when you're not static, because those mines make you stay still, and then all the other flipping launcher turrets are still firing at you, which means you're just stuck. You can't move, do you?
Yeah.
But this way, at least you can drive around them, and then you've only got to worry about the turrets.
I've been autoing with my Punishers, the full fleet, for about 2 minutes instant repair on map.
Mm-hmm.
And
someone said they did it with one ship, haven't they?
Prior to that, I was using sprites, and I could do those instant repair in base.
All right, that's okay.
Sprites
or spite, whatever the hell they were.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Shrike. That's it.
Right. Okay. Just want clear it because I think I melted all mine down. So yeah. But
I've got a random load of crap of that. Yeah. What are those things called? What are those? Oh, I've got some eradicators. What are they for? I've never used them.
Well,
TLC now.
Well, what? There's no reason. It's 2 generations. You've already had the Dragoon and now the Punisher. There's no real reason to have the eradicators, as far as I know.
They're sitting in storage, ready for use for res. So when I need res, they'll get recycled, and then I can use the res for something else. So.
Okay.
They were free, so it didn't matter.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, anyway. It's Friday, so we're not going to see anybody else, I think, until probably Wednesday, unless something, something even stranger happens this week. So y'all take care, and we'll see y'all on Wednesday. And the link's still there, easily obtainable if you want to join the after show. I do have to juggle people from be able to hear. Everybody can hear, but not everybody can talk. So y'all have a pleasant evening, and best of luck, and be safe.
Good night, all.
Yep. Good night.
All the best.